You know, every time that I post a retro video, usually the comments come through and there's some guys and girls that always say something to the effect of, oh, man, I feel old after watching this. Well, should you feel old? I mean, if you happen to be of that age. No, not at all. And the reason I say that, one second, I'm just getting some software here. This is Windows. Actually, wait, I don't need to be here. I can get it elsewhere. Come on, Firefox, stop being a pain. Okay. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, no, you don't have to feel old if you're using an older operating system like what you're seeing right now, Windows 2000, which is 12 years old, because a lot of the kids today, they really like these older versions of Windows because they look at this compared to Windows 7 and they say, wow, this is so much easier compared to Windows 7. Now, I'm not saying older Windows is better, but it is easier because, like, the easiest way that I know to show the difference between older Windows and newer Windows is just by a look at the control panel. When you look at the control panel like this, it is very easy to figure out what you want to do. Whereas if you look at the control panel in Windows 7, it's a nightmare. The only thing that makes the Windows 7 control panel tolerable is that you can search it. You can't search this one, and you can't search the one in XP either. You can in Vista and Windows 7, and you are given more control. This is true, but at the sacrifice of ease of use, and that sucks. It would be great if the control panel was still like this and it had a search box. That would be awesome, but that's not the way it is. And yeah, I'm doing an MSN Messenger thing again. I figured I might as well put it in Windows 2000. So the deal is that if you choose to remain with an older operating system, like XP or 2000 like you see here, I'm not going to say, hang on, I just gotta see if this thing will actually work. Alright, let's go. A newer version is available. No. I don't think so. Oh, that's cool. A little butterfly flops around. Sign in, you piece of crap. Go. You must install the newer version in order to continue. All that blows. I don't have to do that in XP. I have to do it. Well, isn't that poopy? Guess I'll have to go to oldapps.com. I'm kind of showing this just to show what you have to go through sometimes to get things working in older operating systems. Anyway, to continue the point, the deal with using older operating systems is that it's not a far cry from using mobile environments right now. Now, if you really think about it, the mobile environment is basically like Windows 95 and Windows 98 was. You're very limited as to what you can run. You have to get it from a very specific place. Things crash all the time on smartphones, even on Androids and iPhones. It's crash happy heaven over there. And for the older computer users out there, that's exactly like it used to be in 95 and 98. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, Legacy OS support, we'll do that. Windows 2000. Oh, I can go with version 7. Okay, I'll just do that one. Now, this did not work in Windows 98. But we'll see, won't we? Save file. So if you really think about it from the mobile point of view, in comparison to how PCs were about 10, 12, 15 years ago, they're really not that much different. The only big difference is that one you can take anywhere and the other one you obviously cannot. I should have uninstalled the old Messenger first, but we'll see what happens. Let me close this first. What can you learn from using an older operating system, older version of Windows? You can basically learn how to survive with a computer without having to run new stuff. You also come to quickly realize is that most of the newer stuff sucks. And this is absolutely true. Okay, no. Next. Go for it, MSN Messenger. Go, go, go. So when you're using the older stuff, I mean, just imagine for a moment that Windows 7 was obsolete. Where would you get your apps? Where would you get your stuff? What if none of the modern browsers worked in Windows 7 anymore? What would happen? Well, you'd have to find alternate ways of doing your stuff on the internet. Has been installed, and that's essentially what I'm doing now with this older operating system. So, okay, hold on. Sign in. You better sign in now, you pig. Go. Okay, it's not kicking me out. That's a good sign. Let that sit there for a minute. I think people, both young and old, should learn how to do stuff with the older operating system so you know how to survive with... Hey, it worked. Sweet. Alright, close that. Close that. Alright, it worked. What was I saying? Oh yeah, to learn how to do stuff with this, because if you don't learn how to do stuff with older Windows environments, older operating systems, you will keep spending money over and over and over again to keep upgrading. And it's not really upgrading anymore, is it? You don't upgrade, you throw out what you had before and you keep buying new stuff. Like all these smartphones, whatever, you don't upgrade those, or very little. Today all you do is if your smartphone busts, oh, I'll go buy another one. I'll sign another 1 year, 2 year contract. I'll do, and you get suckered in. It's a sucker's game, totally. So when you stick to the older stuff like this and you can make it work, you save money, a ton of it, a ton of cash by going this route. So anyway, if you happen to be feeling kind of old from seeing this old stuff, don't. Learn it, and it can potentially save you a ton of money. It's good stuff.